That's a big-time offensive play by Kyrie Irving, but it's a play he's made his entire life. The ability to score and flat-out get it done on the offensive end.
Why there's so many negative things being spoken about a basketball player that did that? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev, and I'm back at it again. So if you don't know, that basketball player I just showed you, his name is Kyrie Irving, and he has been in the news lately for the statement that he made about not wanting to talk to reporters during the NBA season. So we're gonna discuss all of that in this video. I'm gonna treat this like a reaction video. We're gonna go through different things other journalists and other people said about him, and just go through him as a basketball player, and we'll come up and find out what side of the fence you guys are on and what side of the fence I am on when it comes to Kyrie Irving. So without further ado, let's start off with some highlights.
First season with the Nets.
All right.
Here's Irving, a quick spin, cutting through, and banking.
That's tough. All right, Kyrie.
Has some of the best handles in league history, Sarah, that Steve Nash has just been.
That's a fact. Some of the best handles. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him.
Irving, step back jumper is smooth.
Kyrie is different, man.
Kyrie Irving to direct, being a leader, and let his teammate go to work. Kyrie Irving showing off the handles.
From the school of Kobe Bryant.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, my talent in my eyes was different and special. I just didn't grasp and embrace all my tools. You know, I had a lot of different tools that I've been working on since I was a kid.
Grimace like, should have taken that.
Those happen. That's why you have these games.
Kyrie talking about his tools? Yeah, that's tools right there.
Well, every time
Pain, but there's a reason why the Wizards are excited about him, and you see it in his strength and very fundamentally sound.
Irving puts it in, plus the foul.
Yo, Kyrie, bruh.
Played 20 games due to
So
injury.
tough.
2 of those are 50-point games.
You guys don't understand, like, how, as a basketball player, how tough of a shot this is. Like that's the best defense you can play. And, like, these NBA players are just built different. Like, this is so tough.
He believes that every time he puts it up, regardless of where he's at, who's guard.
Guys were used to playing in bigger arenas without a lot of fans. Irving a deep three, and Kyrie has come out hot.
Bring it up.
So good, man.
Space. He's got
Different. New Jersey bread.
Looking good early on. He's a two-way player. Last December,
Okay, Kai.
he put up 28 points.
Tough.
Beautifully done off the backboard.
Okay, Kai.
Picture, take a look.
That is basketball. Whoa. So nice.
But what he did say, and you see some of this, he said just the fearlessness, the force, the strength.
This is what we call a walking bucket.
Irving.
Look at that screen. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving make a decision.
That's tough. All right. So that was just some highlights for the people who don't know. I don't know who would not know, but who doesn't know who Kyrie Irving is and how good of a player he is. I just wanted to throw those highlights in real quick. So let's go to the comments. Okay, so Kyrie Irving said this. He released a statement last week saying he wouldn't speak to the media during the 2020-21 NBA season, wanting instead to focus on what's happening internally with the Nets. The NBA and the Players Association have an agreement that requires players to speak to the press. Irving was fined $25,000 for his actions. So pretty much to sum that up, Kyrie is like, I just want to play basketball. I don't want to speak to none of the media before, after, whatever. Like, I just want to focus on what I'm doing on the court. So I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but let's discuss. I have a lot to say about this, but this is right now going to be Stephen A. Smith talking. So he's on ESPN, him and Max Kellerman. The show is called First Take, where they just discuss sports topics. So this is going to be Stephen A. Smith's take on what I just read, what Kyrie Irving said about not wanting to talk to reporters.
That you just get to go out on the basketball court and play, but you don't answer You don't answer questions. You don't talk to the media, whatever. Understand what the media is. The media is a conduit to assist the NBA and its players in promoting its brand. That way it facilitates you generating more revenue so guys like Kyrie can get paid $33.4 million this year, $35 million next season, and then a player option to pay him $36.6 million in 22-23, even though you fresh over playing 20 games last season. Okay? That's the situation with Kyrie Irving that everybody needs to address. The bottom line is this. Kyrie Irving, as you said, Max, comes across looking. I'm not going to talk about what he is, because I actually think he's a good guy. I actually think his heart is in the right place. But I think he's immature. I think that he's occasionally selfish. And I think at this particular moment in time, he comes off as a damn snob. He thinks people are beneath him and he's above it. He looks at the media as being inauthentic. That's what he thinks about the media.
Whew, that was a lot right there. So Stephen A. Smith pretty much is saying, Kyrie, you're just talking nonsense. You feel like you're above people. I don't feel like that when it comes to Kyrie. I feel like each his own, and that if this is what Kyrie wants to do, and then who are we to say differently? I do understand, though, that it is your job to speak to reporters, so he's going to get fined, and I'm not mad at them fining him for not speaking to reporters, but if he doesn't want to talk to them, then, I mean, it's his choice. But I say all that to say this. So this next clip is going to be one of the great questions that an interviewer has said to an NBA player. So I've done a video on this. I'm going to put it in the cards up top where I had players reacting to stupid questions from reporters. So this is one of the many. And this may be a reason why Kyrie does not want to talk to reporters. Let's hear it.
Call LeBron a great father after the Chicago game. What? Yes, he did.
Great father? Oh, great father. Oh, I thought you... Oh, man. I interpreted that completely wrong. I thought you said he was a great father to him. I was like, what?
Called him a great father. So what type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates?
So the reporter asked, what type of parental role does LeBron James play for you and your teammates? Parental. So I guess that's Kyrie's father.
Oh, okay. So parental role? Honestly, he's... I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have one father. That's my dad, Kyrie Irving. But for us, in terms of learning nuances of the game and also how to win on the court and also how to carry ourselves off the court, I feel like he's been a great influence in that role.
Oh man. So this next statement. So after that, being fined $25,000. So Kyrie says this: the focus is on what's going on in here. Irving said when asked about not speaking to reporters previously, and I wanted to make sure that was clear. No distractions. Nothing about dispelling anything. Nothing about going back and forth. So he's pretty much, I don't want to say going backwards and backtracking on what he was saying, but I guess he's pretty much just trying to further imply what he meant by not wanting to speak to reporters. So this pretty much says, what I get from this is that it's not really about not speaking to reporters. It's just being focused on the task at hand and what they got to do, which is winning an NBA championship.
Well, I don't listen to Kyrie.
So now, after those comments, so now this is Shannon Sharpe's take on those comments that I just said. So Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless do a show, Undisputed. Same thing like Stephen A. Smith. They just talk about different sports topics and things like that. So I love Shannon Sharpe. I love watching this show. So this is Shannon Sharpe's take on those comments.
Because I'm going to sit back one day and regret the minutes that I did spend listening to him, Skip. So I don't listen to Kyrie anymore, Skip. This is what he said. He said, it was really just about how I felt about the mistreatment of certain artists when we get to a certain platform of when we make decisions with our lives to have full control and ownership. We want to perform in a secure and protected space.
Question. Thank you.
The NBA is not trying to suppress you. The NBA says if you're healthy, the NFL, the MLB, if you're healthy, you got to talk to the media. Skip, that's it.
Yep.
Not that you got to go to Siberia, not that you got to go all over the place. It is easy now, Skip, it's a Zoom call. They're not even in the locker room. You just get in front of your camera or computer and you just talk. What was this? He wants to feel protected in a secure workspace. What? Somehow.
Man, yo, Shannon Sharpe is hilarious. This is why I love watching this guy. His improvising skills are top notch. What?
He wants to feel protected in a secure workspace. What? Somehow Kyrie thinks because he's gotten online and he's read some self-help books that now he's this intellect. Bro, you play basketball.
Okay. I love Shannon Sharpe, but him saying play basketball at the end kind of makes me think back to when that lady said about the NBA players shut up and dribble, or just shut up and dribble. So that sounds kind of like he's telling Kyrie Irving to just shut up and dribble a basketball, which, as you guys know over here at my channel, I always say bigger than basketball, more than a game. I'm all about basketball being more than a basketball player, that there's so much more to life than just dribbling and shooting a ball. But that's what it comes off. I don't think that's what Shannon really meant by it, but that's how I take what he said. So this is Charles Barkley's statement on Kyrie Irving. Charles Barkley, one of the top 50 greatest NBA players of all time, said, when talking about Kyrie, when he talks, I'm like, what is he saying and what is he trying to say? He starts talking about what an artist is. He's a basketball player. That's what he is. Listen, we're not frontline responders. We're not teachers. Yo, man, you dribble a basketball. Stop acting like you're the smartest person in the world. So once again, like I just said, it comes off as them saying, shut up and dribble. Like you can't do anything other than dribble and shoot a basketball. Now, I know that Kyrie's comments may come across as like whatever, but that's him. If he wants to talk, because it's so funny, because we always say we want our athletes to speak up and talk, but I guess it's just you want to hear what you want to hear. You don't really want them to talk. So how do you guys feel about it? What side of the fence are you on when it comes to athletes talking? Do you want them to speak up on social issues, on other things, whatever's going on in life around them, or do you want them to just focus on basketball and just only talk about basketball and play the sport? Like, how do you guys feel about it? Leave it in the comments below, because I really want to have a discussion with this and know where all of you come when it comes to those two sides of the argument. So let's keep going. Let's keep this going.
But I'm grateful to be able to share this world with so many great individuals, you know, that are doing amazing things in this world, you know, and I can't change it alone, nor do I feel like it's my burden to change it alone, or I'm responsible for speaking on behalf of everyone, you know, or feel like I know everything or anything like that. It's just about being true to yourself and staying rooted in what you know and the tools that you have, knowledge. You know, you could allow the external world to just run you crazy for what? You know, work on yourself, meditate, write down your goals, paint, sing, hug your parents, hug your sisters, hug your brothers, worry about things that matter.
So that was Kyrie, and that was so profound what he just said. The biggest thing I got from that, I took away from that, is when he said, be true to yourself. So this is him, like, if he's about spirituality, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying if he's about painting, if he's about like all the things he just said, meditation and things like that, find the higher version of yourself, becoming the best version of yourself. Like, who are we to say what he's doing is wrong? Like, I don't mind anything that he said or what he does, like anything. At the end of the day, and this is me now talking as a coach, that I don't care what he says, as long as it's not affecting the team negatively or doing anything like that, then it does not matter to me, like what he says or what he does. He's a top-notch NBA player, and if he can do stuff like this during the NBA Finals, closing seconds in a tied game, who are we to judge? NBA Finals. Tie game. Final seconds. NBA Finals. Oh, look at this shot. Whoa. Oh, that's a three, guys. Woo.
But it's a play he's made his entire life. The ability to score and flat out get it done on the the offensive end. Irving now with 26 and back in Cleveland. These fans realize they're 10.6 seconds away now from a championship.
So, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you feel about Kyrie Irving's comments? What side of the fence are you on? Did you like his comments? Do you not like his comments? And like I said, how do you feel about players talking? Do you want them to just focus on the sport, talk about the sport, and play the sport? Or do you want them to talk about other things, more so about social issues? I don't know about politics, but just all different life experiences other than what they do or what kind of sport they play. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Leave it in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is fun to do. Kyrie Irving, you would always be on my team. You are a top player. For me, it's always going to be, I want to see the best version of people. So if this is the best version of you and you're trying to become the best version of you, who am I to judge, like I said before. So till next time, this is Coach Kev, purpose driven, and I'm out. See you when I see you. Oh yeah, and don't forget, it will always be Jersey. Peace.
You know, talk with your family, converse about the things that are going on in the world so you can help make it a better place, help see it a better place. You know, talk about uncomfortable conversations about what's going on in the world rather than being worried about what celebrities or entertainers are always doing or being consumed with it. You know, even when I come on here, I don't expect, you know, the fame and all this to attract everybody. No, I allow my truth to speak for itself. And I allow my realness to just speak through my relationships and what I do. You know, I work extremely hard at my craft, y'all. Extremely hard. Extremely hard. Extremely hard at the craft.